Good afternoon. This is All India Radio and I am Abhishek Mukhopadhyay with the Midday News. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi embarks on a 3-day visit to Indonesia to attend G20 summit in Bali. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh urges judicious use of financial resources to strengthen combat readiness of armed forces. Filing of nominations for the first phase of assembly elections in Gujarat to end this evening. Wholesale price index inflation in October eases to 8.39%. India International Trade Fair to begin today at Pragati Maidan in New Delhi. And in the Kashmir Valley, Srinagar-Leh Highway and Mughal Road closed due to heavy snowfall. Prime Minister Narendra Modi embarked on a 3-day visit to Indonesia this afternoon to attend the 17th G20 summit in Bali. During the summit, G20 leaders will deliberate extensively upon key issues of global concern. This year's theme of the summit is Recover Together, Recover Stronger. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said he will have extensive discussions with other G20 leaders on key issues of global concern, including reviving global growth, food and energy security, environment, health and digital transformation. In his departure statement ahead of his visit, Mr. Modi said he will also extend his personal invitation to G20 members and other invitees to the G20 summit to be held in India in 2025. He added that he will highlight India's achievements and unwavering commitment to collectively address global challenges during his interactions. Mr. Modi said India's G20 presidency will be grounded in the theme of Vasudhaiv Kutumbakam, or One Earth, One Family, One Future, which underlines the message of equitable growth and a shared future for all. On the sidelines of the G20 summit, the PM will meet leaders of several other participating countries and review the progress in India's bilateral relations. He added that he looks forward to addressing the Indian community in Bali at a reception tomorrow. At the closing session of the summit, the Indonesian president will symbolically hand over the G20 presidency to Prime Minister Modi. India will formally assume the G20 presidency from 1st of December this year. A report.
India will host the next G20 summit in September next year. India's G20 presidency hopes to provide new strength, direction and perspective to G20 discussions on diverse subjects which include green development, digital transformation, women-led development and greater voice to the global south in issues of international economic cooperation. The G20 is a premier forum for international economic cooperation and it plays a crucial role in shaping and strengthening the global architecture and governance on all major international economic and development issues. With Anand Kumar, Suparna Seikya, AIR News, Delhi.
Defence Minister Rajnath Singh today urged Defence Accounts Department to ensure judicious use of financial resources through quick and transparent decision making, as it is key to strengthening combat readiness of the armed forces. He was speaking at the Controllers Conference organized by Defence Accounts Department in New Delhi. He said there is a need for the department to initiate a process of reforms within itself related to IT capabilities, financial knowledge and other key areas. Mr. Singh also emphasized on strengthening internal vigilance mechanism. He stressed on timely payment to all the beneficiaries, including soldiers, pensioners and third parties, and quick resolution of any problem. Minister of State for Panchayati Raj Kapil Marishwar Patil has called for a concerted effort by all stakeholders to realize the goal of sustainable development in Gram Panchayats. He said this while inaugurating a 3-day national workshop on localization of sustainable development goals in Kochi today. The minister stressed the need for generating more revenue for the panchayats so that they become financially less dependent. He lauded the Kerala government for earmarking a good chunk of its budgetary allocation to the local self-government institutions and added that this should be emulated by other states. He observed that Prime Minister Narendra Modi's dream is to realize the Gram Swaraj envisioned by Mahatma Gandhi and urged everyone to join hands to achieve that goal. Speaking on the occasion, MOS External Affairs V. Muralidharan pointed out that several schemes of the Indian government has been implemented through local self-government institutions. He observed that the abrogation of Article 370 has contributed considerably to the development of rural areas in Jammu and Kashmir. Self-help groups, voluntary organizations and officials associated with local self-government institutions from different parts of the country are participating in the three-day meet. Wholesale price-based inflation WPI for October eased to its lowest level since March 2021, dropping below the double-digit mark for the first time since March of the previous year. It eased to 8.39% in October from 10.70% in September. According to the Commerce and Industry Ministry data released today, WPI inflation stood at 19-month low level amid ease in food articles segment, which slipped to 8.33% in October. Vegetable price segment eased to 17.61% in the reported period against 39.66% in September. The fuel and power segment eased to 23.17% in October from 32.61% in preceding month. The manufactured product segment also eased to 4.42% in October from 6.34% month ago. The 41st India International Trade Fair IITF will begin today at Pragati Maidan in New Delhi. Commerce and Industry Minister Piyush Goyal will inaugurate the fair, which will continue till the 27th of November. This year, the theme of the trade fair is Vocal for Local, Local to Global. The 14-day mega event assumes a special significance as it coincides with celebrations of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. 29 states and union territories are participating in the event. Bihar, Jharkhand and Maharashtra are partner states, while Uttar Pradesh and Kerala are participating as focus states in the fair. Various central ministries, departments, commodity boards and PSUs are participating in this event to showcase their achievements. In Gujarat, today is the last day for the submission of nomination papers for the first phase of State Legislative Assembly elections. In the first phase, out of the total 182 Assembly constituencies, 89 constituencies will go to the polls on December 1st. Meanwhile, the State Election Commission has directed the political parties not to use single-use plastic in the campaign activities.
The Election Commission has issued advisories to political parties and candidates to avoid single-use plastic and non-biodegradable material in their election activities. They are instructed to use only environment-friendly material like posters, banners, etc. Meanwhile, candidates of all political parties, along with their supporters and senior leaders, are busy filing nomination papers. Congress Party has released another list of 33 candidates. With Aparna Khoot, Sanjeev Sharma, AIR News, Ahmedabad.
This is All India Radio, giving you the news. For quick news updates around the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts.
कंपटीशन की अगर आप कर रहे हैं तैयारी, तो उनके लिए ऑल इंडिया रेडियो पर हम लाए हैं अभ्यास, एक ऐसा कार्यक्रम जिसमें आप पूछेंगे सवाल व्हाट्सएप नंबर 9289094044 पर, या फिर ईमेल करेंगे abhyas.airnews@gmail.com पर, और हमारे विशेषज्ञ देंगे इसका जवाब। आपका अभ्यास, हमारा प्रयास।
Prime Minister Narendra Modi has invited people to share the ideas and suggestions for his Mann Ki Baat program on All India Radio, which will be broadcast on the 27th of this month at 11 a.m. It will be the 95th episode of the monthly radio program. The Prime Minister has invited people to share the ideas and topics he should address on the coming episode of Mann Ki Baat. People can share their views in the Namo app or MyGov Open Forum. They can also dial the toll-free number 1800-117800 and record the message for the Prime Minister in either Hindi or English. The phone lines will remain open till 25th of November. People can also give a missed call on 1922 and follow the link received in SMS to directly give the suggestions to the Prime Minister. Today is Children's Day. The day is celebrated across the country to increase awareness about the rights, care and education of children. It is celebrated on 14 November every year on the birth anniversary of the first Prime Minister of India, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today paid tribute to Pandit Nehru on his birth anniversary. In his message on Twitter, Prime Minister recalled Nehru's contribution to the nation. BJP has released the list of 18 candidates for the ensuing municipal elections in the national capital Delhi. Earlier, it had announced the name of 232 candidates for the MCD polls. With this, all three major parties, BJP, AAP and Congress, have declared their all candidates for the civic polls. The election of Municipal Corporation of Delhi for 250 wards will be held on the 4th of December, while the counting of votes will take place on 7th of December. In Rajasthan, an explosion occurred on a railway track in Udaipur hours before the recently inaugurated Asarwa-Udaipur express train from Ahmedabad was supposed to pass. Police said they were investigating all angles, including sabotage. Officials said explosives were used to damage the tracks on Saturday night on Ora Bridge near Kevra Kinal, which comes under the Jawar Mines police station of Udaipur. Railway Minister Ashwani Vaishnav said that the teams of the Anti-Terror Squad, National Investigation Agency and Railway Protection Force are investigating the incident.
ATS की टीम, NIA की टीम, रेलवे की RPF की टीम जैसे ही खबर मिली थी अर्ली मॉर्निंग साइट पे पहुंच के इन्वेस्टिगेशन कर रही है। जो भी इसमें शामिल है उनको पनिश किया जाएगा। पैसेंजर्स के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से ट्रैक को रिस्टोर करने का काम है, टीम्स एकदम रेडी है। जैसे ही इन्वेस्टिगेशन एविडेंस लेना सब कंप्लीट होगा, विद इन 3 आवर्स ट्रैक को रिस्टोर किया जाएगा और पैसेंजर्स को कोई तकलीफ नहीं होगी।
In the Kashmir Valley, a fresh spell of snowfall has been reported from the upper reaches of the region, while the plains have been experiencing incessant rain since last evening, bringing down the temperature in the valley. Due to the snowfall, the administration has closed the Srinagar-Leh highway as well as historic Mughal Road, an alternate road link connecting Kashmir with the rest of the country. Turkish Interior Minister Süleyman Soylu has said that the suspect who planted the bomb that caused the explosion in Istanbul yesterday has been detained. Mr. Soylu also said that according to initial assessments, it was conducted by a terror group. 4 females, including a 9-year-old girl and 2 men, were killed in the blast. Meanwhile, Turkish Health Minister Fahrettin Koca said that 39 out of 81 people who were wounded during the terror attack were discharged from the hospital. In Slovenia, Nataša Pirc-Musar has been elected the country's first female president after beating a conservative rival in the second round of elections on Sunday. Slovenia's election commission said Ms. Pirc-Musar won almost 54% of the vote ahead of Mr. Logar, who got just over 46% vote. Turnout among the population of around 2 million was 49.9%. Indian badminton star PV Sindhu has withdrawn from the season-ending BWF World Tour Finals 2022, which will be held in Guangzhou, China from December 14th. PV Sindhu sustained a stress fracture in her left ankle en route to winning a gold medal at the Commonwealth Games 2022 in Birmingham. Now let us take a look at the weather across the country today. National capital Delhi will have partly cloudy sky. Mumbai is likely to have partly cloudy sky. Kolkata will have mainly clear sky. Chennai is expected to have generally cloudy sky with moderate rain. The traffic movement, which was suspended on the Jammu-Srinagar National Highway after shooting stones and mudslides, has now resumed. SSP Traffic National Highways, Ms. Mohita Sharma said that the road has been cleared now. The Sensex and the Nifty were trading almost flat today in the afternoon trade. The Sensex was trading near 61,700 points, while the Nifty was trading near 18,050 level. Both indices were trading divergently amid mixed cues from the global share markets. The Sensex fell 60 points to trade at 61,735, while the Nifty added 7 points to trade at 18,356. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi embarks on a 3-day visit to Indonesia to attend G20 summit in Bali. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh urges judicious use of financial resources to strengthen combat readiness of armed forces. Filing of nominations for the first phase of assembly elections in Gujarat to end this evening. Wholesale price index inflation in October eases to 8.39%. And India International Trade Fair to begin today at Pragati Maidan in New Delhi. And for details of these stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.gov.in and News on AIR app. And with that, we end the Midday News.